Welcome to Monstrum. Don't be afraid. It's only monsters. I'm Dr. Emily Zarka. I have a PhD in literature and a fascination with the Gothic and horror. I'm a professor, but I'm also a huge nerd, and I'm here to take you on a journey with Monstrum, the show that takes you across the globe and through time to look at the monsters and myths that have shaped who we are. Why did Godzilla emerge from Japan? Are dragons real? What exactly is
It's so nice that when we say we're going to do a segment on monsters, that they don't open with a close-up on me like they usually have. Emily Zarka, Dr. Zarka, the monster professor.
Yes.
And that now is kind of your title.
Yes, that's my title, absolutely.
Right? And across the country, too. Mm-hmm. What an exciting concept for a series, particularly for those of us who remember The Creature from the Black Lagoon and all of those real cheapos. But you also contend that monster history is human history with this new series.
Absolutely, yes. I firmly believe that a really approachable way of looking at complex issues is by exploring the things we're afraid of. And so with Monstrum, I try to show how every single monster was created in a specific place at a specific time for certain reasons.
Let me give you an example. Frankenstein.
Yes.
One of the first monsters that we think of. And we think of him maybe as a murderous, monstrous, destructive creature, or we think of him as a benevolent, gentle creature who made friends with a little girl.
Absolutely, and I think that Mary Shelley's original text, Frankenstein, the creature there is so complex, and he's abandoned by his creator, literally at the moment of his reanimation, and of course that would be traumatic and traumatizing. So I always encourage students and anyone who's interested in monsters to try to go back and read Mary Shelley's text. I think it gives a completely different perspective of the creature.
I see, automatically the audience, when they're thinking in terms of a study of monsters, they're thinking Sci-Fi Channel, FX Channel. No, where do we find this?
Hey, I grew up on the Sci-Fi Channel. That was some of my earliest memories, were watching horror movies there with my mom.
But where do we find Monstrum?
Where do we find Monstrum? On YouTube. We are going to be releasing an episode every 2 weeks, and we have some really exciting content coming up.
And you're a professor at Arizona State University, pre-Monstrum in what field?
Pre-Monstrum in literature, composition, and I also teach film classes. I got my PhD at Arizona State University, and I'm still there today.
So the goal of this show, though, is more than just scaring people.
Oh yes, monsters are much more than just scaring people. I really think they can give us insight about our cultures and about the creators. After all, humans are the creators of monsters.
But we are also that peculiar emotional mix of we're going to be frightened, we're going to be hanging onto the edge of the chair in the theater or at home, but we're also attracted.
Yes.
Why?
I think it really has something to do with the relatability of the monster. Like, as much as they scare us, I think we can identify in some way with every single monster, and that identity, I believe, is what really unites us with monsters. Even, you know, the monster under your bed, it's still living in your bedroom, it's in your home. There is some kind of bond there, as twisted as it may be.
Mom, Dad, there's a monster under my bed. Go to sleep, honey.
Just a friend, don't worry.
Now he's in the closet. But it happens with every child, right?
Absolutely.
And kids also are attracted to monsters even though they get scared.
I think we like to be scared. I think that's part of the human condition, is that we like to be scared because it puts us outside of our comfort zone.
And to you, the scariest that's ever been in literature?
The scariest ever in literature? Ooh, I would have to probably say the original Dracula. Yeah.
But not necessarily as Bela Lugosi did it.
No, not necessarily.
Listen, Monstrum begins, the series begins.
It began last Wednesday. We launched with Dragor, so kind of a tie-in with Game of Thrones White Walkers. They're the ancient Viking zombies. So that was our first episode, and we have another one coming up next week about the original Headless Horseman.
You may find a whole bunch of people auditing your classes.